Hey everybody,
Good evening, everybody.
welcome to our channel. We're finally doing the Get to Know Me tag after I've been nominated like 3 times. So John and I are going to do it as a combination, as a couple. We're going to also do a jewelry unboxing. So you're just going to see our hands right now. What we have up here first in front of us, John and Dalton have been working on making some more. John would do paracord stuff. The first one is just typical guys one. If you don't want anything fancy, we're going to have one of these at the auction tomorrow night, and we're going to do like a 50-cent starting bid. It is, oh, I'm moving it. Hold on. Wow. It is just like a camo paracord.
I do have other colors. I will have the colors tomorrow night on the channel. And if anybody would like a different color, you are more than welcome to have a different color.
This one is a dragonfly in honor of our friend Brenda. We're going to have, we're going to be working on making some of these. There will be some that will be available at a benefit auction we're planning on doing for Brenda. Tune in tomorrow night at 9 p.m. with me, John, and our special guest, Fairy Vixen, to learn more information about this benefit auction. But this is really cute. John and Dalton did that today. So what we'll do is I've got a few things in. I was going to do a jewelry unboxing for you. And John and I will answer some questions. I got some fun questions, some questions that are just kind of typical, and we'll try to do this. Okay, first question number 1. Where were you born?
I was born in Daytona Beach, Florida on September 19th in 1974.
Okay, this is a lot I got from Shop Goodwill.
This is a Chico's lot.
It had a Chico's lot. I'm going to have to get a battery for it, but the face of this watch is mother of pearl. It has all of its rhinestones. It's a cuff bracelet. All the stones are there. Gorgeous. It'll even fit my plus-size wrist, as my lovely friend Devin says. I was born in Goldsboro, North Carolina. What was your first job, John?
My first job, I was a bagger at a grocery store while I was still in high school.
John, how old do you think you were then?
I was 14.
About 14?
Yep.
This is another, I'm trying to do StreamYard and do it backwards. This is another Chico's piece, which is really cute to me. It's got his hang tag there, but I like, you know me, I like the bling.
There's your Chico's hang tag right there.
It's hard to read.
On my.
John wants to show you everything. Yeah, it's just, we don't have that. Okay. Here is another Chico's item, which is gorgeous. All this is inlaid under some resin. Those little look like sequins are actually mother of pearl. These are glass beads here. Chico's hang tag still on it. My first job, I worked at Kmart, and I was hired to work beside in the what they used to have, the camera and jewelry department. Before that, though, my family owned their own business, and of course, we always worked with them there. All right. What did your parents do for a living?
My mom was a waitress, and my dad was a jack of all trades, I should say. He done welding. He done a little bit of everything.
Okay, I'll hold this up a little bit. This is the Chico's piece here. I like it a lot. It's got some glass beads with AB coating on them. My dad worked for the Department of Corrections in North Carolina for 53 years. My mom used to work at the power company before she was married to him, and then they opened their own business and have run that since. I used to help stuff envelopes and all kinds of things with them. That's it for the Chico's lot. I got it at Shop Goodwill. And I got a large lot. Let's see. Let me tell you. I got it at North Texas Shop Goodwill. And we've got a bag here. Let me do something with the camera. Hang on just a second. Okay. And it is a kind of what they call a Southwest lot. This is one of the first pieces here. And it looks like to me that these chunks are coral. It's got some different coloration on them. John, when you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a professional firefighter.
Oh, wow. Tell them about your first firefighting experience when you were like 4.
I was 4. I lived in North Carolina. I went with a neighbor to a friend's house, and I saw a fire truck up underneath a
No, I was talking about the one where you put the fire out with the broom.
Oh. My dad had a fire going out in the field, and next minute my dad realizes I was out there putting the fire out with the broom because I thought it was getting out of control.
As a little kid, dragging a broom behind him, his mom said. John was going to tell you a story about him he had gotten attacked by a German Shepherd over trying to get the German Shepherd's fire truck that he played with.
Yeah.
That was not a happy story.
That was not a happy time in my life, but I made it through. When
I grew up, I wanted to be an artist. I don't want to make too much noise on the table. I'm trying to pick it up easy. This one is a Liz Claiborne. It's made to look like coral chips, and it's got copper here with some little rondelles. It's on a bead, but this here does have Liz Claiborne on it. So, Dalton, will you turn that other overhead light on? John, why did you make your YouTube channel?
To let people know a little bit more about me, and what I like to do in my spare time.
It's a bracelet. It's one of the ones that has a little pull cord on it. It's cute. You don't know. Okay. We're just trying to see what we got. John is going through the bag for me. These look like possibly maybe has a little bit of silver plating on them. I'll put them up here for you to see. As many of you know my story, why I did a YouTube channel. I'm home alone. I have been out of work since January 2018 due to a work-related injury, and it's not been fun. I've made it first so that I could comment on people's videos, because you have to have a channel to comment on people's videos. And then I got really into jewelry, and then I went a little overboard buying the jewelry. And then I said, what am I going to do with this stuff? So then I met the wonderful group of ladies here and decided that I could maybe sell some of my finds. Okay. Those are cute. They look like maybe halite or turquoise, dyed turquoise and onyx. But they're just resin. Beautiful, because if you had that real stone in your ear, it'd weigh it down. What was your first car?
My first car was a Oldsmobile Cutlass.
Did you buy it yourself, or did your parents get it for you?
I bought it by myself.
Doing your little part-time jobs?
Yes.
This is another pair of earrings. Here. they feel like died how like. My first car I was born in 1970, so I had a 1980 Mustang, white one with a sunroof that came out. My parents bought it for me, but I did do a lot with them around the house. But yes, I was a little spoiled.
Still is.
What's your favorite place to visit if you had to pick a vacation spot to go to now?
The beach.
What beach?
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach, like Myrtle Beach?
Yeah. I really would like to take Jennifer to Daytona Beach one day.
This is a really pretty necklace. It feels like natural stone. This may be because the lines are a little darker, maybe magnesite. I am not a stone expert. These are little silver tone beads. It looks like it doesn't look like it's anything that's real stone. I also like to go to the beach. Haven't been in a while because I really can't ride a lot. What is your best childhood memory?
Best childhood memory. Best childhood memory was when my dad and grandpa took me to a fire station for my birthday when I was younger.
Okay, you remember about how old you were?
I think I was like 3 or so. I can't remember exactly.
Okay. My best childhood memory, I was in first grade, so probably around 5 or 6. And my parents always did a lot with us in school. This is pretty. This has got highlight chips. Kind of sit.
This here goes with that.
It may sit into, and it's silver tone. There's some wear there, but this is definitely worth wearing with it even being turned to the copper. But it's really pretty. Got some like that dyed highlight chips is what it looks like. They did a lot with us. I'm the oldest. I think it's a later question, but they came to my class and built us a teepee in the classroom made out of tobacco sticks and craft paper, and we got to all decorate the outside of it, and it was stayed in our classroom in the reading area, so it got to be like a little teepee. And every year at the end of the school year, they would bring like the last day or the day before, they would bring ice cream for the class, and they were very active. It's the things that we did and had fun. This looks like just a bunch of dyed chips. Kind of a short necklace. Okay. If you had to live in a different state, what state would you choose?
That's a tough choice. There's a lot of nice states to go to. I would say I wouldn't mind living somewhere in the like Texas, somewhere in the middle of the United States.
Texas is at the Mexico border.
Well,
you're talking about
Texas,
center-wise.
Yeah, center-wise somewhere.
I don't know. I've never lived anywhere but North Carolina, so I would just say I'd stay here. Okay. This is seed bead, and it's got a hunk of dyed stone. There's a couple of white spots. Here's a little tag. Let me take a look at it. It says K-A-L, Colin, K-A-L-A-N, no, Rollin, R-A-L-A-N, USA 925. So it's probably got a 925 sterling silver clasp. How many siblings do you have?
I have 3 half-sisters and 1 half-brother. 2 of my half-sisters live in Ohio. And my other half-sister and half-brother live in North Carolina.
Okay. So you were the only child born to your particular
Yes,
parents.
I was the only child born to my mom my biological mom and dad.
Okay. So we've got a strand here that has dyed halite, some kind of dyed red chip here, and then there is tiger's eye in these with 2 sets of different earrings. I am the oldest of 4. Did you ever skip school?
Yes, I did.
You did.
I did.
I can believe that.
Yes, you could believe that.
You want to tell us about it?
I lived in Florida. It was spring training, baseball season. I lived in Vero Beach, and it was the spring training place for the LA Dodgers. I had skipped school to go watch a baseball game, and I got a baseball thrown to me by Jim Catfish Hunter. He autographed it. Then I got some other autographs with like Lou Brock, Hoyt Wilhelm, Ted Williams, Herman Killebrew, and Duke Snyder, all on one baseball.
Uh-huh. Did you get in trouble?
No, I did not get in trouble.
Did they find out about it?
Yeah, I told them.
Okay. All right. That leads into another question I'll let you answer too. Have you ever met a celebrity besides those baseball players?
I have met of the Orange County Choppers. I have met Paul Sr., Paul Jr., and Mikey.
These are dyed shell. Well, that's cool. How'd you meet them?
I worked at Caterpillar here in Johnston County when they made the cat bike, when they unveiled it at our facility.
Okay. That was neat. There you go.
Have you ever skipped school?
Yeah, one time. And I am so paranoid I'm going to get caught in everything I do. I went overkill, but it's my sister's fault. I'll just go ahead and blame her. We were riding into school, and notoriously, I was a senior. She was a junior. We were a year and 20 days apart. She hated to get up in the morning. So here we are dragging out. We pull up into the parking lot, and she says, let's just go home. Let's just go home. So I'm like, we'll get in trouble. She kept on. So I finally said, okay, whatever. So we left, and we were going to go back home, go back to sleep. Well, when we started to go around the corner, we went home a different way in case we met mom and dad on the road. And when we started to go around the corner towards our house, we saw mom's car at home. We're like, crap, mom's at home. So what we did is we went to the mall and just hung out all day and then came home. But I was so paranoid that school was going to call the house that I called, and I had a car accident, and this lady was trying to sue me. So I called the school. This is how overkill I do. I'll make sure everything is right. I called the school and pretended to be the lawyer's office and said that we would not be in, me and my sister would not be in today. So they wouldn't call. And then I took the letter from the attorney, went to my mom's office after hours, and created a letter with my ingenuity with the letterhead of the lawyer's office giving us an excused absence for being out. So I go a little bit overboard, I guess. This matches it. I don't know that this is still silver. On the other side, there's that. That's the same way. So there's a very nice set. I don't know. I don't see any markings to say silver. So if I do something wrong, I'm like all paranoid. It worries me to death. Got one more piece from that lot, and it's a multi-strand seed bead necklace. Lots of beautiful strands. There's green and blue and some metallic and red. All right. And then I got a box off of eBay. I thought I would do an unboxing for. Let me ask you a question. What's the dumbest way you've hurt yourself?
I was loading the lawnmower on the back of the truck, and it was early morning. I was walking down the ramps with my shoes being wet. My feet went out from underneath me, and I hit the ramp with my back, my head, and I bent the ramp.
Mhm. I was inside, and all I heard was a kabam. And then John came running in, going, "Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no." And he was ripping his shirt off because he thought he had cut his back open, I guess as hard as he hit on the edge of it. And I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" That's the first, like a little bib necklace.
Got a pair of earrings.
There's a pair of earrings that are really cute. They actually have like a gold and copper tone wire to them.
Besides your back injury at work, have you been injured before?
Mm-hmm. The dumbest one was I was in 7th grade. And you know how kids play and play around and everything. Well, I was walking up the stairs. This one says, "You are my sunshine." And then it says, "BCBG generation, share the love." It's in really good shape. And a kid stuck his foot out kind of in front of me, and that was when the girls were wearing these wooden clogs. And so it kind of made me stumble. And next thing I remember is going head first down a flight of stairs. I threw my books over the railing. And when I looked up, the guy I'd had a crush on since kindergarten was standing in front of me going, "Jennifer, are you okay?" And had my books in his hand and everything else. So that was kind of the dumbest way. What John's referring to about me hurting my back, I walked in work and it had been snowing and there was water on the floor and I slipped and fell. There's a necklace here. This is just silver tone. That was a pretty cool necklace, the last one. I liked it. It had some glass beads. And my feet went completely out from it. I cleaned my feet off because I was afraid that was what was going to be going on. And I fell. I still fell. This one looks like it has real stone in it. It looks like there is some, and this was kind of a mystery box I got. Here is some, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's imitation. Yeah. Maybe that's imitation lapis. But this feels cold. That feels like soda light. And I fell completely on my side. That's not funny to me yet.
We want to watch the video.
No, we don't either. Have you ever heard, what's the strangest name you've ever heard as far as somebody? Have you had a customer with a weird name that you can remember?
No.
Okay. I used to work in registration at a hospital, so I got to see lots of names. And we had this one lady. Her first name was Kelly, and her last name was Green. The parents were doing her dirty on that one. And there was another lady named Navy Blue. And we had, one lady said had listed her next of kin as first name Dearest and last name Buck. Dearest Buck. So I don't know if she was intoxicated at that time, but I've heard some strange ones, and this one needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It's pretty nice. It was I think I paid maybe total shipping and everything, maybe $16 for this box, and it's a full flat rate box. It's got
a small flat rate at that.
Yeah. Were you named after anyone?
I was named after my dad. My dad is a senior, and I am a junior.
This does have a lot of wear. The copper's showing through, but it's cute. That is pretty just for that little piece right there. My middle name is after my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. My middle name is Lee, spelled L-E-E. It's after her. My mom's mom. What's your favorite type of music?
I used to be just straight country, but now I like all kinds of music. I'm not really particular in one type of genre. So I like all types of genres.
It's got a lot of wear on the extender chain here. That could be replaced. Other part just probably needs to be cleaned up. That's it.
That one needs to be cleaned.
It's okay. I'll sort them.
Oh.
Got some earrings here. I like all music, but my favorite is like top 40. I can remember when I had a best friend in high school, and her dad loved bluegrass. So when we would go somewhere before we could drive, he would have bluegrass on, and I would say bluegrass makes me feel like I have to throw up. I still don't like listening to it. I could tolerate it. I don't have to regurgitate, but anyway. Here's another pair of earrings that came in that lot. What's your favorite genre of movie?
Action.
Action movies.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have one that you've watched recently that you like besides the Fast and the Furious?
Biker Boys.
That is an older movie, and I swear I don't even like it, and I think I've watched it 15 times myself. This is really cute. It's got one of those clay beads with the flowers on it, and then it's got a feather that has the like diamond dust or whatever they want to call that on one side. It's not glitter that'll come off. I like suspense, scary movies, those kind of things. I have to watch them by myself because nobody else likes them. This is very cute to me. It's a pair of earrings. It looks like a hat with some dangles. It honestly looks like it's alpaca or maybe nickel silver. Y'all got to see my bad looking nails up close. When I have a bad fibromyalgia flare up, my nails get really thin and weak, and I've been having one lately. This necklace is really cute. What I'm liking, well, it'll go with another question. What is your pet peeve? Name one. I know you probably have 400. But.
My pet peeve, got to be organized, especially during work. Organization.
That's cute. Okay. My pet peeve is being ignored. This is on a little card that says sterling silver ear wire, but I don't know how much of that because it's just a little post. All the boys in the house right now, except for Chris, if I call them or say something to them, I don't get a response.
Mainly Austin.
Mainly my husband. That is the worst. And then I'm looking at him. I'm fixing to do it, and I said, "Well, how would I know if you're fixing, as you're saying, to do something? Because I never heard a word from you." That's most John.
She always says my favorite word. I'm working on it, or I'm fixing to.
Yeah, that's his stuff. I said, quit fixing and quit working on it and just do it.
Get that earring.
Got several pairs of earrings in here. What is the best Halloween costume you ever remember having?
A scarecrow in elementary school.
Tell me what it looked like. Do you remember?
Well, I had a what was it? Wasn't a sheet. It was a coveralls with a pillowcase face, with a plaid shirt with actually straw coming out of my hands and my feet.
John's mom, when she did something, she did it 400%. Just so funny. She showed me a picture of John's first day of kindergarten, and because his name is Jon, he has a middle initial only, and then our last name. So she had him a shirt back in the mid 70s with
79
with rainbow, or the late 70s, with rainbow stripes on it, rainbow stripe iron-on letters with John, his middle initial, and his last name, so that nobody would get it wrong, is what she said. And
So,
ever since then, he has been peculiar about his name.
I am very picky about my first name. It has to be spelled right. As my coworker would say, I'm the lazy John because it has no H.
Oh, goodness. My costume that I remember was when I was an adult. This is really pretty. This is Tiger's Eye. It's got a pretty
That is
shift to
pretty.
it. It's been wrapped. That's the back of it. We had a little, kind of like a little festival where the kids could dress up at church. This doesn't look like it's supposed to be like that, but I don't know. It's got the hook over here. I don't know. But overall, this box has been pretty good. I may check this guy out again. I've had the box for a long time. We've been working on this. But the kids could dress up. And I dressed up with them. And I didn't really have a lot of money then. I mean, they were young. This is another one we got. Blingy, blingy. And my sister had a real formal wedding. So I had a really pretty long plum purple dress. So I decided, and then we found these are like moonglow beads. I found a real inexpensive Halloween wig that was long, past your butt, brown, blonde hair. So I put on that formal gown that came down to the floor. I put on the wig. I put on heels, and I put on some really dark, like black shades. And I went as Britney Spears' mom. And people at church even walked past me and did not know that it was me. They said if I ever wanted to go incognito or to disappear, just go blonde. This one has a tag on it.
It's wooden.
Yeah, it has CR. It's wooden beads. But that was really fun. It was mostly when the kids were little, it was mostly me and them doing everything. There's just some acrylic beads. It's got an older clasp on it. The clasp has something on it. You want to look at it?
Yeah.
What is your favorite TV show?
Now it is all of Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD. I like all those.
Oh, that's different.
Japan.
Oh, that red necklace said Japan. This is what this looks like. My favorite TV show is I'm watching two that are recorded. One of them is The Sinner that comes on USA, and the other one is The Outcast. It's on HBO. Like I said, I like suspense kind of thriller things.
Supernatural.
Yeah, Supernatural always. My guys are on there. What is your favorite food? I'm gonna just pull this right over here. Kind of show
spaghetti.
A pan of things. This is a brooch.
I love spaghetti.
Pears. That's cute. This is a nutcracker. If you had to go out to eat, where would you like to go out to eat? Oh, that's a copper button cover with a Thunderbird.
I've got a couple places I like to eat. Texas Roadhouse is a nice place. Steakhouse. Yeah. Not there. Olive Garden. Those are probably two of my top.
These are just
date night.
That's a
going out.
That's a
for lunch. When it's me and the boys at work, if we're able to go, there's Brooklyn Pizza in Goldsboro. There's this new place called Bonfire. It's a really nice place. It's like Mexican type burritos and stuff. That's really good.
This is just a acrylic pendant on like a ball chain that's been painted green. My favorite food, I would say, would be steak. These have got like some lampwork beads looking on them. I don't know. I'm not going to put my teeth on them. I don't know if they're glass or resin. There's one over here. But they feel heavier than just resin. That's cute. I think this box was worth the shipping about $15, don't you? This is a long one.
It's got a Korea tag on it.
It's got a Korea tag on it. Do you have any hobbies, John?
riding my motorcycle, playing golf, and I'm starting to do craft work in our craft room. So stay tuned. And flying a drone and shooting guns.
Well, you know what? If this coronavirus ever makes things be, people turn into zombies and we have a zombie attack, I do not have to worry because I have plenty of firepower here at the house and two that love to shoot. I was messing with Dalton last night and I said, what are you going to do? Look at that big cat's eye. I said, what are you going to do if somebody comes here and tries to steal the toilet paper? Because we've been on a quest for about a day, and it was not that I was trying to hoard toilet paper. It was just my regular weekly time to go get groceries. And of course, I wasn't out, but then with everybody grabbing it up like it's the apocalypse and there's going to be a toilet paper shortage, I felt like I had to get some. So normally I pay $8 for probably a huge pack because I go to Walmart and get the generic, or I go to Aldi. We found one place in our little town that had it. It was a name brand. It was a Dollar General, and sometimes the name brand stuff is more. So anyway, I paid for one smaller pack, not 4-pack, but a bigger one, about what I'd pay for double. So anyway, at least John found it though. He and Dalton went out, and I said, I said, don't take Austin because he touches everything.
Today was a fun, exciting day. We went to Aldi, Walmart, Lidl, Harris Teeter, Target, Food Line.
That's pretty.
Before we got it at Dollar General. So
that's pretty.
Today was a quest of getting toilet paper.
And we were not with the apocalyptic people. That's an Anne Klein. And that's the end of our jewelry that we got. So that I have, as far as for hobbies, I like to make jewelry. I'll slide something over here so you can kind of look. I like to make jewelry, as all of you have found out, but my younger days, I like to draw. I've done all kinds of crafts. I've done the painting stained glass stuff, a little bit of it all. I love to learn. John wants to put the eagle up here. And I love to do a little bit of it all. I like DIY stuff. My sister says Jennifer can fix anything with duct tape and super glue. Now add E6000 to my artillery, and I'm pretty good to go. John, if you could list one strength you have, what do you think your strength is?
Gosh, I have a bunch of strengths.
Well, give me one, because you're probably going to have that question on your job interview, and it'll help you prepare.
Reliable.
Mm-hmm. Except for doing chores, the stuff at home. No, if John tells you he's going to do something, he'll do it. But as with husband and wife, you ask them and ask them and ask them, and then they go, "Why are you nagging me?" Whatever. I think my strength is the way that I am able to relate and build a rapport with people. When I worked in a call center, I was able to make a connection with people pretty quickly in the phone call. And very rarely did I get talked ugly to, so that I enjoyed that piece. All right, guys. We're going to be back
Sunday night
at 9:00. So hope you got to know us a little bit better. I tried to find some oddball questions to ask. But
and be prepared.
one I skipped. Do you have children?
I do. I have 2. Actually, I have 3 biological children. I have 2, as you know, with me all the time. And I also have a daughter who is 17. So I have 3.
I have 2, but I helped raise 2 others, and I claim my son-in-law as my child too. So I'm going to say I have 5. I can't even count. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you Sunday night at 9:00. Be there. We're going to have Fairy Vixen. I've got some new crafts and new jewelry that I made because I couldn't sleep last night. And we will be discussing ideas and times and dates for Brenda's benefit auction.
And please be ready. You never know if some of these questions might be on Wednesday night's giveaway prizes.
All right. Love you guys. Bye.